Freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Nothing. Oh, hi. I didn't realize this was on. Welcome to another episode of Java with Jim. It's great to have you here. I'm Jim Phillips. I'm a life strategist, author of The Key to Life Living in Full Expression. You know, that lyric that I was just singing and that you had the wonderful benefit of listening to, freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, was written by Chris Christopherson. It's part of the song Me and Bobby McGee, made most famous by Janis Joplin. And most people who, well, I'm going to say that most people have probably heard the song. I came upon those lyrics one time when I was writing about I'm going to say the so-called law of non-attachment. Now, people call it a law. I don't know that it's a law necessarily, but it is something that is worth considering. So I was writing about that and really the benefits of being non-attached to anything. So as it would be, as I was writing it and I had music on in the background, that song came on. And as it got to those lyrics, freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose, it just dawned on me that that really is the basis for non-attachment. That we go through life and we become so attached to the things that we have, the titles that we have, the roles that we play. And yet what most people talk about, especially now, it's becoming more and more a way of being, and that is being authentic, being real, being transparent. All of that to me means we have to drop all of the titles, all of the roles that we play. And it doesn't mean that there's not significance to it, but we don't want to become identified by it. We don't want to have that be the reason people hang out with us, just because we happen to have certain things or have a lot of certain things, or that we have a title that they feel might benefit them, or, you know, whatever the case may be. I know that I want people to want to be around me because I'm being true to myself, that I'm being real, that people are hanging out with me, Jim Phillips, the person, the soul within this physical body. And it's because of how they feel being around me. Just as I want to be around other people who are being as true to themselves as possible, as real as they can possibly be. So this whole idea of non-attachment just means that we start to let go of those things that no longer serve us, in many cases never did serve us. It is challenging though, because we become so used to whatever those attachments have provided us. And a lot of times it's nothing more than security. So when we talk about letting go of that, that's where fear jumps in or becomes a part of the equation, so to speak, because we're fearful of what would happen if I lose this title, if I lose this job, if I'm no longer in this role. People will no longer see me in the way that they have seen me to this point. Well, and quite frankly, that's the whole idea behind letting go of these attachments, so that people don't just see you as that which you have presented, and that is your titles, your roles, whatever it is that you may have. It now allows you to be true, allows you to be that full, true expression of yourself, that soul-based expression of who you truly are. There's a quote that has been attributed to Jesus, and the quote is, and this came from a book that I have about quotes from Jesus, and it is, "Be as a passerby." And it was talking about living on the earth plane, or in the earth plane, and living it as if you were just a passerby. And that really means to not become attached to it, in this world, but not of this world, I think is the more better understood version of that. But it really just means that we're not all these things that we have, we're not all these things that we do, we're not all these titles that we may acquire over the course of our lifetime. We are the being that's having the experience of all these things and nothing more. And so I would just suggest that as you continue through your day and you continue through your weeks and months and through your life, just ask yourself, am I becoming too attached to things that really have no meaning? And again, that doesn't mean there's not importance to your title, to your job, to your relationships. It just means that have you put too much importance on those roles, those titles, so that the true you, the magnificent you, is not what's being experienced and expressed by you and by other people. So remember, next time you hear that song, freedom's just another word for nothing left to lose. Number one, you'll remember that I sang it to you. But number two, just remember that when you let go of things that no longer serve you, that really is the freedom. That's the freedom of living unattached. It's going through life as a passerby, enjoying, embracing, creating, just being fully engaged in life, fully, completely, and wholly. I hope you enjoyed this episode of Java with Jim. It's always been my pleasure to share these moments with you. If you have a thought or a question or a topic you would like to have me cover in another episode of Java with Jim, please send me an email. Send it to jim@livingInFullExpression.com, or you can always go to my website, livingInFullExpression.com, and send me a message through that. Again, I enjoy having these opportunities to speak with you. I appreciate your interest in what I do. If there's anything I can do to be of support to you, please let me know. Have an incredible day. I look forward to talking to you next time. Until then, take care, be well. Bye now.